Video games are built on rules. Coded logic. Cause and effect. Press this button, this happens. Walk into this room, that triggers. There is no room in a video game for anything that wasn't put there by a developer. So explain this to me. A game that already knows your name when you start it. A save file with your birthday as the timestamp. A final boss that looks exactly like you, down to the scar on your chin, in a game released before you were born. This is the story of a cartridge that Ryan found at a garage sale for $2, and what it knew about him that it had absolutely no way of knowing. Ryan was 17, a collector. Old SNES cartridges, Game Boy games, anything pre-2000. He found it at the bottom of a cardboard box at a garage sale, no label, just a sticker with 2 words written in black marker, new game. The man selling it was maybe 70 years old. When Ryan held it up to ask the price, the man went very still. Then he said, "Take it. Please." He wouldn't accept money. He wouldn't look at the cartridge directly. As Ryan walked away, the man called after him. "Don't let it finish," he said. "Whatever you do, don't let it get to the end." Ryan laughed it off. He was 17. He thought it was a bit. He went home and blew into the cartridge the way you do and pushed it into his SNES. The TV turned on by itself. The title screen was simple. Black background. White pixel text, new game. No developer logo. No copyright. No music, just a faint static hiss that Ryan assumed was the old cartridge. He pressed start. The game asked for his name. He typed Ryan. The game paused for exactly 3 seconds, he counted, and then text appeared on screen, "Hello, Ryan. I've been waiting for you." He assumed it was a default greeting, the kind some old RPGs used. He kept playing. Then he checked the save screen. There were 3 slots. 2 were empty. The third, slot 3, already had a save file. The name on it was Ryan. The playtime read midnight. The date stamp was his birthday. The year he was born. The game was older than he was. The game was a top-down RPG. A village. A forest. Simple pixel art. Ryan's character walked through the village and the NPCs, the background characters, all turned to face him as he passed. Not randomly. All of them. Every single one, rotating to track his character across the screen. He stopped in the center of the village. Every NPC on screen was facing him. Motionless. Then one of them, a small pixel figure in a red cloak, walked toward him and opened a dialog box. It read, "We've been here a long time, Ryan. Since before the last one came." He didn't finish either. He left the cartridge in a box. "We waited 17 years for you." Ryan counted backward. 17 years ago, he had not been born yet. He turned the game off. Went to bed. Told himself it was a coincidence, someone had programmed a creepy game as a prank and left it at a garage sale. That was it. At 3 a.m. his TV turned on. The game was running. He had removed the cartridge and placed it on his desk. It was still on his desk. But the game was running, the village screen, all NPCs facing forward, the red-cloaked figure standing still in the center. A new dialog box appeared, unprompted, "You can turn us off, Ryan. But we've had 17 years of practice waiting. We're very good at it now. Come back when you're ready, we only need you to reach the last room." The TV turned off. In the morning, the cartridge was back in the console. He had not put it there. He played. He told himself he needed to understand it. He told himself that was the reason. The game led him through a forest, a dungeon, a frozen mountain. Standard RPG environments rendered in unsettling silence, no music, only that static hiss. Every NPC he met knew his name. Every dialogue referenced things it shouldn't: the street he lived on, the name of his school, the argument he'd had with his mother that morning. Then he reached the mirror level. A single room. No enemies. Just his character standing in front of a large pixel mirror. His character's reflection moved half a second behind. Then the reflection stopped following entirely. It turned and looked directly out of the screen. And it raised one hand. The reflection's face slowly changed. The pixels rearranged themselves. And Ryan found himself looking at a perfect pixel portrait of his own face. Down to the small scar on his chin from a bike accident when he was 9. He should have stopped. He knows that. He couldn't. The final room was a black screen with a single door. His character walked through it. The screen went white. Then text appeared, not pixel text, not the font the rest of the game had used. Clean, modern text, like someone had typed it directly onto the screen. "Thank you for finishing, Ryan. You're the second one. The first didn't make it this far. We've been collecting players for a very long time and we only need one more to leave. We need you to give the cartridge away. To someone young. Someone who will play it all the way through. You know what to do. You've always known. That's why you're still playing." The game saved automatically. Slot 3. His name. His birthday. Playtime, exactly the number of hours he had played. And a fourth slot appeared. Empty. Waiting. With a cursor blinking next to a blank name field. He still has the cartridge. He hasn't given it away. He says. Ryan is 26 now. He keeps the cartridge in a shoebox on the top shelf of his closet. He says he's never going to give it away. He says he made that decision a long time ago and he's sticking to it. But here's the thing that bothers me. The thing I can't stop thinking about. He told me the story completely unprompted. We'd never met before. He found my channel, sent me a message, said he had something I needed to hear. He was very insistent. Very calm. Very sure I was the right person to tell, and at the end of the interview, when I was packing up my recorder, he said, almost as an afterthought, almost like he'd almost forgotten, "You should come see it sometime. The cartridge. I think it would be good for you to hold it. Just once." I said no. I said no and I drove home and I've been fine. Everything is fine. But I have been thinking about video games a lot lately. Old ones. The kind you find at garage sales. Sleep well. And if you find an unlabeled cartridge, leave it in the box.